How are we doing today? Hi, Roger. Yeah, we're able to come on this afternoon. Thank you so much for coming on and being here. Let me just get one thing set up over here in my corner of the world. Do, do, do. I hope everyone's having a nice day so far, or evening, or whatever. Yeah, whatever you're at right now. There we go. Just mute myself. Do, do, do. Okay. So I do want to say this just while we're waiting for some people to come in. Feel free to say hello and hi. Um, First off, I know I don't usually do this on Wednesday. It's because there was a lot going on last night where I would usually stream. And I only want to say this once at the beginning. Um, and then I'm going to take it out. So usually what I'll do with these streams is I will do the stream and then I will take it down and I will put it back up. So, at a later date, so YouTube thinks that I'm doing more than I'm actually doing. Shh, don't tell YouTube. It's our little secret here. So that being said, um, I'm only going to say this once and then I'm going to post it in the live chat. But I do want you to realize if you're watching this as a rewatch, you're not going to hear this bit. And the reason for that is because I have spoken out before about the whole pit bull bad to the bone situation. And one of my videos was privacy complaint. At privacy complained. I don't know what the verb would that would be. And it was taken down. And I still think that was unfairly done because everyone that was listed in the timestamp was, in fact, a public figure. At the very least, both of those channels has more subs than I do. So I don't know how I could reveal any public information if I have less subscribers. That being said, Haunted Souls Paranormal has been copyright striked by Frankie, and they currently have a GoFundMe out right now to help raise money for legal fees. A lot of our community has been copyright striked by Frankie specifically or by Rob Stackowitz. And unfortunately, they cannot afford to do a legal thing. So I think it is important that we go and support, if you can, mind you, if you can, go and support to help them. They are the copyright strike that they have is over a dispute of a logo that Frankie claims he has made. Uh, However, Dan and Maddie say that he has not made it. This is a new logo for their LLC that they have in their name. So that being said, I am going to post the link for the GoFundMe and I'm going to pin it to the top. As I said before, this will be removed from the video when we do a rewatch because I'm targeted apparently. I don't know what I said. I asked them to just be better people. Yeah. So I'm just going to put that there. If you have the means to, and if you want to, because this is also about wanting, it's not just because you have the money, but if you want to, please consider donating to their GoFundMe for their legal fees. And I just put that in the chat right now, and I am going to pin that message. That being said, I'm going to go through the hellos now. So thank you for much for bearing with me while I do all this like housekeeping. So that being said, let's see who we have. As I said, hi Rogers, great to see you here. I'm glad that you're able to make it. Hello, little Miss Mayhem. Thank you for coming this evening. Hi Laura, I hope you're doing great. And then Mary, I hope you're also doing well. How are you feeling today? And then yeah, so what do you I have a little video just in case we don't have much to talk about. 'Cause, you know, me being like an ex-teacher, I'm always afraid I'm not going to have like enough to fill the time. So I do try to prepare little things to do, but we can also just chat. This is my lunch break right now. So I have about an hour to stream. As I said, last night was busy. Actually, yesterday was so busy. There was so many videos that went out yesterday. So my video went out about the not deer. Please check that out if you have not so already. after this. Hey, Sherry Ann, how are you doing? And so that went out, and I'm pretty excited because deer are my favorite animal. So I love talking about them and then not deer. And then Dust Paranormal put out a video where him and Eric Vitale got to interview the sound engineer for, I think, one of the first Metallica albums. But the whole thing was they did it in like a haunted studio, or like they started having paranormal experiences while recording that album. And I found that so interesting. So my brother, and actually funny enough, my brother-in-law too, are both sound engineers. And I actually ended up sending the video to my brother. I should send it to my brother-in-law too. Actually, I'm gonna do that after this, because they kept talking about different techniques they used also to record that like sound. It was very experimental. There's one where like they took drums and put it in a bathroom to get a certain like sound, and I thought that would be so interesting to send to my brother who's like into recording music and stuff. Like, well, he's not into it, it's his job. So like recording and producing music. So that came out. And then Jenny Twigs had her video come out about about that house that was legally labeled haunted in New York. And the amount of research and her production is so beautiful. It is so well done. I cannot give enough flowers and recognition to her work. It was amazing. You all should check that out as well. I was like texting her and I was just like, I want to be you when I grow up. It's so good. Um and then who else? I feel like someone else had some. Oh, Beardo was live, and then Don't Scare Claire had stuff coming out. Oh, and then there was this newer person to this our little side of YouTube. And let me look up her name. I'm also gonna put her. Just I'm going to. Oh, I'm gonna actually look it up on YouTube. I'm going to put her channel in the chat too, and that video just because she's new. Jenny, love Jenny. She does have a lot of subscribers, so she's known about. But what was her name? Do. Gotta go through my watch history. It's okay. It's called The Dark Diaries, and she talked about Ouija boards and the idiomotor effect. And I'm gonna share that. Let me copy that link and throw that in there. So yeah, go check out that video after this stream, guys. I only have an hour of your time, so go check that out. So yeah, like yesterday was just so busy with everything, and I was saying on my Instagram, I was like, is it my birthday? Is it Thanksgiving? I'm so occupied. My time was so set for yesterday. Have you guys watched anything interesting recently? Anything good? I'll give you all a second. I'll just keep talking. So, yeah, my time has been mostly taken up by YouTube watching right now. Uh I have like my Bravo shows that I watch, but I reserve those to watch them on Friday. So I let the rest of the week all the episodes build up, and then I watch watch all my Bravo shows that are going on Friday. And then every Thursday night I get together with my friends and we do called Trash Thursday. So we eat trash, get trash. We're not all getting trash now. Actually, I think only one of us is actually drinking anymore. And then we watch trash TV. So it's been a lot of fun. We've been switching between, like, we've been trying to finish the season 3 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And we're not doing a great job because season 4 comes out like in a month. And we're like, damn it, we gotta push through it. But we've also been watching Heated Rivalry, which is not the same kind of trash, but also I know I know Jeff and Data on Boot Productions was talking. Data was talking about like hockey players stretching, and I was like, "Did I do I mention to her heated rivalry? I don't know. I don't know if she's going to appreciate that. I don't want to throw that out there, but yeah, heated rivalry is very good. It is about it is a like secret love story as well as a competitiveness between these two hockey players. So it's really interesting. Hey ladies, Fright just watched Dark Diaries video is very interesting. Yes, and thank you Priority Demon for showing up. Wait, Joan is live? Yes, Chris, we had a very busy night last night. So I wanted to give everyone their time to speak. I didn't feel like my messages were that important that day. So I wanted to give everyone else a chance to speak. As I said, I do have a pinned comment. If you have the means and if you want to, please consider donating. But yeah, so there's that. I see some chats coming in. Let's see. Hi, Cree. I heard you told me last time you're getting on the mend. You're a little bit back to normal. I'm so happy to see you here. I had to have a root canal redone after it failed, and I've been extreme pain on antibiotics. Gotta wait 2 months for treatment to continue to get all the infection and gum around the tooth under control. I'm so sorry. That is awful. Yeah, like when gums swell, it's typically more painful because there's less skin around it. So, like, the swelling has nowhere to go. So, I really, really feel for you. I hope you're taking Tylenol or something for the inflammation as well. Do. So, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives sounds like a very Jersey thing to watch. They're all in Utah. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop judging me. Yeah, that's so rough. I'm sorry, Mary Jane, to hear that. But yeah, we have. I have that. And then. Let's see what else is happening that I can talk about. I was on Dust Productions stream. That was interesting. So, as you know, Dust does paranormal as well as Power Ranger, like drama reporting. And there's something else over at the Power Ranger side of things, and there's been a couple of disputes. And I was talking to Dust, and I was like, "Hey, I don't really like how people are talking to each other over there." And he asked me if I want to come on as an outsider, and I did. And it was interesting. So if you want the drama, you can go check out that video too. That was a little crazy. Let's see. I really don't like reality shows. They are so far from reality. Yeah, but that's why I like it. It's even better now because there's been like a change in reality shows where like people are aware that they're kind of like storyline things. So there's a lot more interactions with production people. So like you see people talking to production all the time and being like, I don't want to talk like this. And then they have the reunions and they're like, you said this online. And it's so good. It's so good. I have to say, like, the reality, like, I watch, to me, they're very much characters. They're, because I know that's not how they act. Like, that's not them either. So, like, why should I treat them as, like, real, like, oh my God, this is a documentary? It's not. It's not a documentary. They're also playing a character. I'm doped up on antibiotics and painkillers now. Okay. Well, I hope you feel better soon. I know that relief is real rough. Life After Locked Up was wild. Watched a bit with my friend. That I've watched like a couple of episodes, and I think I tend to stay away from the like TLC and things like that because to me that feels a lot more real than like the Bravo shows where like these people are like somewhat celebrities in their own right and then they're just living these like rich lifestyles. So like I really like Housewives. Depending on the franchise, but like I like a lot of Housewives, and I know that like they are, you know, internalized misogynists. They are, you know, capitalists. They are not nice people. Like, I would not like these people if I met them in person. I know all these things, but it is like a bit of escapism. Because I think even if I had the kind of money that some of those housewives have, I wouldn't spend it on the shit that they spend it on. So I just want to watch people spend money and go on ridiculous trips and me go, oh my God, I would totally go get a private yacht one day. I'm going to do that. No, I won't. No, I won't. Actually, my favorite, less now, it's really fallen off, especially with the reboot, was Vanderpump Rules, which was like all these like people who wanted to be actors and actresses, but they were working as wait staff for one of the women who was on Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I think it's because I grew up with it. I was maybe, hell, they're in like their 40s, so they're like 10 years or so older than me. So like it was kind of aspirational to see these people who like were in their 20s and they really wanted to like be these movie stars and stuff like that. But they had to like work as waiter and waitresses, and you're like, "Oh, I could party like that one day." Turns out I don't like partying. Turns out my life was pretty vanilla and lame. But I liked watching them do it. I liked watching them make the mistakes I never had to make. Oh, I already did that one. Sorry. Do do do. I'm sorry, Joan. Sometimes I forget you are a woman and someone's child. Yeah, that's really rude. I am gonna have to. Maybe I have to get a shirt or a sticker that says I am someone's child, just so everyone remembers. Hey, Vic, how are you doing? Reality TV brain is rot TV. No, I watch TikToks too. There's more of a plot line in my stuff than there are in a bunch of overstimulated TikToks. I don't agree with that. Most viewers don't have much there to rot. Okay, well, guys, I watch it. What are you saying? Hey, you like what you like. Nothing wrong with that. People must like this stuff because these shows don't go away. So I did. I haven't watched actual TV in years. I actually watch more YouTube than I watch anything else, but that's also like because of like subscription based things. So I watch like a lot of YouTube. Um, we'll we'll watch anime if I like have something that I'm like really intrigued with watching. And then we have basically just Hulu, which like so I just finished like the whole series of Tell Me Lies, and I think that was more trashy than reality TV. And I was really frustrated with a lot of the writing of scenarios in it. So I don't know. I like reality TV because you can sit there, you could be like, hey, they should do this, this, and this with their life. Like it's fun to play like tables like was it like uh armchair psychologists and stuff like that. And I tell my husband who doesn't care, and he's like, that's nice, sweetie. And I'm like, thank you. But yeah, I watch a lot more YouTube than anything else, but we're trying to cut down on our subscriptions. We don't have Netflix anymore. We have Amazon Prime, but we're trying not to use Amazon as much as we possibly can. We have Hulu, not even Disney Plus Hulu, just Hulu. Uh, yeah, that's it. That's basically it. Do do do. Let's see what y'all are saying. I don't even recognize you anymore. Take that. Hi, Dust. They're all making fun of me. The most I've watched since I moved have been episodes of Ghost Hunters. Then I discovered Laura and Fantastique did afternoon lives on TV. It's a bit redundant. Yeah, I get that too. Everyone saying hi to Dust. Oh, yep. Don't forget to pay rent, everyone. Thank you, Mary Jane. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. Probably means my husband's home for lunch. Yes, so paying rent here means to like the stream. Please like the stream, and that counts as paying rent. You could also subscribe if you have not done so already, and that will help you get up on next month or next time's rent. So it's not even next month's. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my husband yelling at the dogs. uh, I'm paid up till August, then reality. Oh no, sorry, Roger. Paying rent means paying rent here. I'm the landlord. Please pay rent here, not your actual rent. That'd be crazy if I was like, hey, everybody, Don't forget rents too on your housing. I don't know that much information. And don't tell me that information. I don't want to know it. I have DVDs. Oh, well, I don't have a DVD player even anymore. Like, we've also talked about buying a Blu ray player because one of my favorite Christmas movies is specifically on Netflix. And I found I could buy a physical copy of it. And I really, I really want it. So, but I have to buy a Blu ray player and I don't know what to do. So do I. I keep buying them, but I have never have time to watch them. Yeah. See? Hello, Stu. How are you doing? I need to pack up the DVDs and make some room. But that's the thing. If you own only digital media at any point in time, they can like if that or that platform like goes away, you lose all that digital media that you bought. And like yes, physical media has its own issues, like there's environmental issues as well as like just literally as Chris was saying space. But like, yeah, at any point in time, you can just lose all the digital media that you bought. And like, so my husband and I have a lot of the Ghibli films on our Amazon Prime that we have purchased because we want to watch them again. And I'm just like, damn, if I if we don't have this, it's gone. It's just gone forever. And this is actually a big issue in like the video game community because they've had a couple of like open world servers close and people who have bought stuff on those open world servers no longer have all the financial like all the things that they put into it like hundreds of thousands like not hundreds of thousands hundreds to thousands of dollars that they have lost because they have no means to access it anymore. So I always pay my rent and collect my 10%. I'm not supposed to say anything, but I at times I get 25%. Shh, that's our deal. You're not supposed to say anything. So yeah, that's my thing. Careful of your digital media going away. Be very mindful of what you're buying. Do do do. So yeah. Anyone play any games recently? I don't play games. So I don't know why I'm asking. You can probably tell me. Oh, I did see Dust say that he has. I missed that. I have a VCR. I think you can still rent them. I don't know if I have any movies left, like on tape. My family didn't do like home movies. We have pictures, but we never recorded home movies. So I don't think there'd ever be a reason for us to be like, oh no, we have to keep these. Like we never like digitized anything either because there was nothing to have. Um, but does anyone else family not do home movies, or is my family just weird and wanted to forget we existed? Because that's cool too. Which is it's also funny, and I wonder if this is where it comes from. So like I'm very bad at remembering to take photos. We'll go on vacation, and I'm just like living in the moment, and I constantly I'll be like, oh, this is like really great. I really love this. And I'll like turn around, my husband's taking pictures. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we're supposed to do that, aren't we? And like, I have like no photos of myself doing anything because I'm like, I don't know. And like, I do have that one friend who's like, oh, the phone, the camera eats before you do, like when taking pictures of food. And I'm already like, oh, yeah, you go, here you go, take a picture, please. Uh, which is great because it totally means I would be really bad at having a social media presence. And look at me now. Look at me now. I play games on my vintage Sega Genesis. That's cool. I'm stuck in the 90s. Yeah, I'm like I usually sit I keep joking that my music taste ended in like 2012. So, I'm not far behind you. A VCR somewhere and a DVD recorder player. That's cool. Lunchtime. How's it going, ladies? Fright? I'm doing well, Mason. How are you doing? Uh, chill. I'm just chilling. Work's not too busy, so that's good for me. No, my family doesn't do them. Roger, hi. Okay. So okay, good. So I'm not my family's not the only one. But I do wonder if it has something to do with like the fact that I don't think of doing it. I don't think my husband's family did any family videos either. They do have pictures. But even then, like, so like my husband's family and my family are very different about pictures. My parents have albums, and like a few of them are like put out. So like my parents' wedding album is out. I think like my dad's 50th birthday party album's out. And then like now my wedding album is out like at their house. But like my husband's family, we asked for like some kids photos of him for our wedding, and they had to like dig them out. Mind you, they were a military family, so they moved around a bunch. So they might just like, yeah, we have them, but like they're kept here. We don't need them out. But they've been at that house. How long have my husband and I been together? Almost 17 years. So they've been at that house almost 15 years. So yeah, I don't know. Just very different. Do, do, do. I have a whole Zin film. My parents took 8 millimeter, not Super 8, just 8 millimeter, just the regular kind. I buy Polaroid cameras so that I have physical pictures. We have Polaroid cameras too. We have like the Instax film ones. We have mini ones, and that is actually a big hit at parties. And we have a bunch of ones. We've been talking about trying to make an album out of those because we'll pull them out at birthday parties and other special events. Yeah, when I was 2 gigs lately, everyone is filming the gig on their phone. I am there in the moment and I take my memories home with me. Yeah, but I don't even think yeah, I don't think to do it. Like we were in Ireland and we were at the Cliffs of Moher, and like I like was just like, "Wow, this is great." And I look over at him, he's taking photos, and I was like, "Oh, yeah." Yeah, did I say England? I meant Ireland. Sorry. I don't know why I said that. We were in Ireland at the Cliffs of Moher. And yeah, I looked over and I was like, "Ooh, my bad." I did take pictures of him when we were at Blarney Castle and Gardens. I have a great one, and maybe I'll show if he gives me permission. Where there's this, it's like called the Jurassic Garden at Blarney, and there's like a pterodactyl or some dinosaur flying, so I made it look like he was running away from it. That's where my art of photography comes in. You've inspired me to break out the old mini DVDs and rewatch my daughter going, "Oh, that's really sweet." My I'm gonna cry now. My fear is like when I have kids, I'm gonna forget to take pictures of them. I don't know if that's true because I have a ton of pictures of the dogs. Like I have more pictures of my dogs than I do of myself. Um, I'm gonna cry. That's really sweet. Okay, I'm stop. I can't cry. It's lunch. Okay, my lunch is up. You all have a wonderful day. You too have a great time. Thank you for stopping in and enjoying lunch with me for a little bit. I've been to those cliffs. Ireland is an amazing place. I loved Ireland. I would go back in a heartbeat. We were very lucky to have a really good time in Ireland, and we were really lucky to have a really good time in Japan. Japan is a lot harder to get back to, but I would say, like, my list of favorite places I've gone, it would probably be Montreal because it's easy to get to. I love going back there. I've been there a couple of times. Montreal, Ireland, and then Japan. And like Japan would only top all of them if it wasn't a 14-hour plane ride that I was awake the whole time for. Both ways. That was awful. So my husband was born and grew up in Japan part time, and so he speaks the language. So I will say that made it a lot easier. We did that for our honeymoon. So we started in Tokyo and we made our way down south because he lived near Nagasaki. And then we like went back up and flew out. And then for Ireland, what we actually did was we flew to Scotland first because I wanted to see Edinburgh for, paranormal stuff because it's like it's one of the capitals of paranormal stuff. So we spent literally, I think it was 30 hours in Edinburgh. And then we flew to Dublin and we rented a car and we like went all the way down and all the way up and then back across Southern Ireland. We didn't make our way to North Ireland, which like I would love to also see North Ireland if we go another time. But that was a lot of fun, and I think like one of the best ways that we got to do it because like we got to go to like Killarney, Kilkenny, um, Cork, Limerick, uh, a whole bunch of like other places. I got to go. I we when we were driving back across, so we like started in Dublin and then we like made our way down, and then back and across. But while you're going across, there is the oldest pub, or they say it's the oldest pub in Ireland. So we got to stop in there and have a pint of Guinness. It was really fun. I also went to the Guinness factory, which, as touristy as it is, if you get a chance to go to Ireland, I highly suggest going to the Guinness factory. It has like a light show in there that is amazing. So just go for the light show at the very least. But I have a certificate that says like I poured a good Guinness, so that was kind of fun. It's a little extra to do that, but it was a ton of fun. Let's see. Lace Rate, I've been to those cliffs in Ireland. It's an amazing place. Yes, I loved them. You will not forget to record your child, I promise. I'll cry. Oh no, I'm late. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Hey, Mr. Prism. Hi, Mr. Prism as well. Everyone looks like a corpse in the Polaroid photo, unfortunately. Okay, so I actually also love the Polaroid look because it does give like a vintage, like when I say vintage, I mean like 90s look to it, and it's a little more like grungy look to it. So at my bridal shower, we took Polaroid photos of everyone, and it almost like gives this like feel of nostalgia, even though it was like, oh, like it would be like we're looking at it, we're like, this is a week ago, but it feels like we're all just nostalgic for that time. And I loved it so much. We called it like our teenage dirtbag look and things like that. Doo-doo-doo. In my parents' house, there's no photos of me and my family, but there is of my sisters and their families. Okay, Mary, I think you have your family's weird about your sisters because you said something about your birthday parties too before. Do you if you want to? That's weird. I'm not offer that. I was gonna say if you want to send your photos here, I'll put them up in my house, but don't do that. I don't want that. That feels weird. It isn't Roger. It's soul destroying. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, they killed Kenny. uh, the other day, my husband asked me if Kenny Biddle doesn't like South Park because they're constantly killing Kenny. And I said, I don't know. I don't know that well. That might make Joan cry too. My gosh, her parents suck. No, I will cry at everything. Drop of a hat. Don't kill Kenny. No, it's Kilkenny and Killarney. Do do do. Sorry, I hear that. Yeah, that sucks. But I hope that you've been able to. So like, there's the idea of like your biological family, and then found family. I hope that you have found family. You've created a family. They're your chosen family. I know I have friends who don't have the best relationship either with their in-laws or with their own parents, and so like we make a concerted effort to be their family. So I'll say like every Tuesday night we have what we call family dinner. But it's not actually like it's not my biological family. It's none of our biological families. It's just how many of us? Like two me, my husband and I, another couple and their kids, our other friend and her child. Her husband sometimes comes, sometimes he can't make it. And then our other single friend, and we all just to get together on Tuesday nights and we have dinner together. That's like part of the tradition. And then we also do this thing. We've started doing it the past couple of years because I suggested it, and so we kind of started it called Friendcation. So Friendcation, we get the friend group together and we go. We've had a couple of friends move to different states, so it's like a good time to see them. But I have a younger brother, and he doesn't seem anywhere close to settling down just yet. And I have a brother-in-law who's also younger, and he's not ready to settle down. He's also kind of said that he doesn't really want kids. So I don't know if my future kids are going to have cousins right away. And I really want them to have a community they can go. So we started doing friendcation. So there's that built-in group that all the kids, can also grow up together and be friendly with each other. So yeah, I just, I hope you find family. I hope you find something that works. You freaking young people, everything vintage is 90s and 80s to you. For fuck's sake, someone was telling me they saw one of those old black and white 50s police cars that was the 80s cop car. You mean a Queen Victoria? I know a Queen Victoria. I bet Kenny would like it. I would. Oh, or you just mean when they're painted black and white? Some places still have it painted black and white. It depends on if it's a statey or local. Some of our locals are still like not undercover cars. They are black and white cop cars. Um, and most of our stadies are black and white. Sorry. That was gross, guys. I think I'm slightly allergic to makeup because my nose gets stuffy. Do. I know everything that was brand new to me is now vintage or retro. Okay, guys, look, I was like born in the 90s. Okay, it's allowed to say it's a bit vintage. Leave me alone. It does, but I've learned to be mostly on my own and know that my parents have never really been great role models as I fended for myself. I've lost all my found family to the last one died. Oh, well, Mary, I hope you can start a community and a group here, and get out and be able to find some some group activities that you can do and try to find like community that is like there a lot like alive and around you. Maybe like I can always suggest I know like I found community when I started going to these like dance classes near me, and that like sometimes starting a new hobby, sometimes going like to the local library and finding something is a great way to meet new people. I hope you can find a group. I'm so sorry to hear that. That was worded weird. They thought the 50s cop car was an 80s. Was it not still the Queen Victoria? Yeah. My boys are friends and live for them now. Nice. I love that. Hi, ladies. Fright. Hey, everyone in chat. Hey, Taryn. Hope you're doing well this afternoon. Hey, Paranormal Brew, as we said. Queen Victoria is not a muse. Okay, well, it was the car name. The model of car that, like, a lot, at least on the East Coast, a lot of police officers used to drive this car model called the Queen Victoria. And I think it was, like, right about the time that I was finishing college, they decommissioned a bunch of them. And, like, people where I was going to college would go to police auctions and buy these old cars because they were, like, super cheap at the time. So, like, there was a time period where, like, there's a bunch of Queen Victorias driving around. The PS3 vintage. I don't play video games, so. I know the PS5 everyone fought over. Here in wonderful Florida, uncover cars are like Mustangs and Corvettes. No, undercover cars. Oh, ha 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 ha. That's funny. No, I meant undercover police. Like they're so there's like cars here that look like usually a standard black car, and then they're not. They're police officers. You can tell usually because they have extra side mirrors. That's usually how you're like, And also they hang out in like the school park, like they hang out in like speed trap areas. It's usually for speed traps. Hi, Sage Rat. How are you working and lurking? That's great. Don't worry. I got to get back to work in like 20 minutes, so I feel you there. Hey, Wayne. How are you doing? Hope everyone's doing well. No, I mean undercover police. They're in Corvettes? That doesn't seem safe. Doesn't seem like a good idea. So, my first car was a 2001 Toyota Avalon, and it was my first car because my grandparents owned it, and they were living in Florida, and they lived right on the ocean, And then my dad owned the car for a little bit, like he'd use it as a commuter car. And then I got it when I got my driver's license, which was nowhere close to 2001. Let's put it that way. That poor car was then taken up to Vermont for 3 years. And there wasn't a ton of salt in Vermont. They don't salt their roads like we do in Jersey. But like there is some salt. And I was working as a ski instructor. So there like it was going up the mountain. That car bottom was so eroded from the salt water and then the salt on the road. And I remember one time my battery died and my father-in-law took it out and it was just completely rusted over. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Nothing." Because I was just, I don't know, probably 18 at the time. And I was like, "I don't know what I'm doing." So, yeah. I love that car, though. I love the Toyota Avalon. I liked my Toyota Avalon. I saw the new ones, and I don't like the front of them now. They look weird. So, yeah. Undercover cars are usually armed response teams or yeah. Not here. They're just regular police here. I'm not gonna say everywhere in the states, but I'm gonna say at least in my local area, a lot of our local townships got like undercover cars, mostly Dodge Chargers, and yeah, they just mostly speed traps. PS3 was great. You could add anything you like to it. MP3s, MP4s, AVIs. PS4 onward wouldn't let you add shit. I memorized a number plate of an undercover cop car back in 1986. Still remember it. Maybe you shouldn't admit that. Don't say that. They're gonna find you. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. We do that a lot. Actually, we sing that song a lot. Because one of the less now, because they've grown out of the toy. My nephews used to have like a fire truck thing, and it either made like dance music sounds, or it made like whoop whoop. It was a fire engine, but we would just keep going, "Oh, it's the police." Because what they would do is they would play like the party music, and we'd all be dancing, like along with them, and then they start playing the siren sounds. We're like, "Oh no, break up the party! Everyone get out! The party's getting broken up." Should we have taught 2-year-olds that? Probably not. Did they think that was the funniest joke ever? They did. So there. It was just pure comedy for them. Now they like being thrown on the couch a lot. That's like the big thing. They were getting piggyback rides last night for family dinner. My husband worked from home yesterday and then complained because his back was hurting. That's why he like worked from home. And the two boys were just he piggyback riding on him all last night. I was like, "I thought your back hurt." He's like, "It does." Oh, they had a fun time though. We need Oh, here we go. We need Dust to grab audio of you doing the alarm sound. The whoop whoop one or the like wee woo wee woo. I'm pretty good at alarm sounds. It's alarming how good I am at alarm sounds. I'm so funny. People should pay to see my comedy. They shouldn't. I would not do well as a stand-up comedian. First off, my feelings would get hurt instantly. And it's not past me to cry openly on a stage of people. I've done it on the internet, and I will do it in front of people. Thanks for laughing at my pain. I appreciate that, Chris. Also, just as a reminder, there is a link pinned to the top of this stream. If you are so inclined, please feel free to donate. If you can, don't feel the need to. Just want to remind everyone there's a link at the top of the stream, and if you click on it, you can see what it's all about. Not a GoFundMe for me. Um, I when if you do happen to watch the rewatch of this, I will be taking parts out where I mention it, but you can also find the link in the description. That I will keep the link there the whole time. That wink almost made a sound as well. Yes, I've learned to wink real big for dramatic effect. It's it's a lot of open your eye up real big first, and then when you go down, you also make your mouth look like a big smile. That's my acting class for you, everybody, today. You're welcome. Boomtish? I don't know what that means. Can you explain to me? Can you give me other words, please? But yeah, does anyone have anything that's like coming up? We have about 15 minutes left. Also, feel free to ask any questions that you want to ask while you have me, because I do got to go in like 15 minutes. I'm a working lady still. You know, I have 2 dogs I got to put through college, so and one is I love her to death, but she's really stupid. We joke that she has 3 pebbles for a brain. So, bum. Oh, that's the sound. Bum. That one. Yeah, does anyone have anything coming up? Does any other creators know of anything doing? Dandoff has bingo soon. Ooh, that's fun. So I feel bad because I can never play the bingo because I need to lurk because I'm working. So sometimes in the live stream, I don't know if you notice, I'll say hi, and I might like say a few things in there, but I don't really talk, and it's because I'm at work. Like I work from home. I'm at work. So like I can say hi. I can pay like half attention to it. The bingo would require me to pay full attention and have like the bingo up, and I just can't do that. So I also the setup I have when watching these live streams is I have the live stream on my TV and then I have the chat opened on my phone. So I can't also access the bingo because I'm using all my screens. All my screens are already in use. Hey, Sherry Ann. Good to see you. I think I said hi to you before. But yeah, like I have all my screens in use. So I can't do it. But yeah, do I have anything coming up? No. As I said, check out the Not Dear episode if you haven't done so already. I really enjoyed doing that. It took that one was a surprise. Oh, I guess like that's the other thing. That's how I do it, chat on the phone and watch the TV. Yeah. So I've been working on it was supposed to come out this month. And then I kept doing more and more research on this one topic. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay. I went to Kenny Biddle. I was like, hey, I have my suspicions about this, but do you have any resources I should check into? And he was like, yeah, you should read this book. And I was like, reading books take a long time for me. And I was like, is there an audiobook? And I looked it up and there was no audiobook. So I was on my own there. And then I like tried to see if I could rent it from the library because I didn't really want to buy the book if I didn't have to. And I did. I did have to buy it. It's a harder book to find. So I got the book. I borrowed my friend's Kindle. Did find out through this that like I think I like reading on the Kindle a lot. I never owned a Kindle, and like it was a lot easier for me with my dyslexia to like read and pay attention to. So I might have to purchase myself a Kindle. That might be on my list. Actually, I might not purchase it. I think my mom has 2. So I think I'm going to steal one from my mom. But I read the book and then I was writing out the stuff now. And I was like, there's still so much. And like February is a short month. And I was like, I'm never going to have everything ready. And I was stressing myself out because I want to get a video out or a podcast episode out every other week. And I'm like, I can't manage this. So I gave myself a little bit of a break. And I have split this into 2 parts now. So I'm doing my first two-parter episode, and I'm pretty excited about it. And that should be coming out in March. And then I talked to another creator recently. They may have been in the chat before, who knows. And I'm going to do another collaboration. I think I told them March. No, I think I told them April that the episode's coming out. And I think that's wrong. I think the episode's coming out in May, but we're going to record it in March. So I'm really excited about that as well. I love my Kindle. Okay, you're starting to convince me. Your Kindle can read to you. Is that a fact? I might really like the Kindle now. And in my reading on it with the black background, I also have to be able to I didn't do it on this book, but I should be able to download the dyslexia font on the Kindle, which would be helpful too. But like, I liked the dark background. That was easy for me to read on. I loved the fact that I could highlight and write notes on it. And the text I was reading that was like difficult to like parse through was from literally the year 1800. And it was so nice to be able to like click on the word and like it looked it up. Now I understand like the context might not always be correct because words have changed, but like it was just so helpful to have that. And yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, I kind of like this. So I have one friend who's in like a smutty book club, and she doesn't read the books usually. She usually gets an audiobook for it. And she calls it like eyeball reading, which I completely understand. Like when you're reading a book, she's like, oh, it's eyeball reading. I'm like, okay, I get that. And then she was like, yeah. And then when I do my earball reading, and I go, I'm sorry, what? And she was my earball reading. And I'm like, I know you think you're being clever with eyeball and then saying earball, but girlie, there's a word for that. It's just called listening. You can say when I'm listening to an audiobook. And I don't know if that's a new thing where people say earball reading when they're like listening to an audiobook, and I'm very confused. You also you are probably coming back on Fear the Living for a game night soon. Yes, you keep saying that, but you don't give me any details. I need the details for that. My Kindle talks to me too, but I refuse to kill. Don't don't do that, and maybe talk to somebody about that, like a professional. Not me. Find a professional. You must have a good memory. Oh, about the other thing. Yeah. So yeah, with like the last 5-ish minutes left. I know it's more like 7. 5-ish minutes left. Do we have any questions? Anything we want to talk about? First time I've heard the word earballs was from Archer. Yeah, it would make sense that show would say that. It's not proper English, Mr. Prism. Don't listen to us. Sorry, straight. I'm afraid I must depart. I need to get some food, and there's another stream I have to catch at 6. Take care. Don't worry, you don't have to apologize. I hope you enjoyed your little time here. Get some good lunch. I hope you enjoy it. Have you ever played Fear the Living? Bye, Roger. Yeah, I hope you have a great time. I think the podcast is called Fear the Living. Oh my god, I miss it. It's okay, Kristen, because you know what I'm going to do. After this, I'm going to private it, and then you'll see it right back up again next Tuesday. Don't worry about it. You can catch all the things that we've said. Well, most of them. A lot of missing ums. Hopefully. But do. Stay on for another hour. I can't stay on for another hour. I have to go to work. I have to work. I have a job I have to do. Pay your rent. Oh, thank you, Sage Rat. I know Mary Jane reminds us at the beginning, but like that's a good reminder now that we're coming to a close. Pay your rent. How do you pay rent here at Ladies Fright? All you gotta do is like. And if you haven't already, you should also like subscribe. And that way you can get a jump on next month's rent. I will say, I'm not monetized yet, guys. So, if you wanna help a girly out, make your aunt, make your grandpa, make your little cousin subscribe to me so I can get up there. And also, if you want to run one of my live streams in the back, you don't have to listen to me talk the whole time. Or if you want to run some of the podcasts in the background, I do have playlists. You can just play through them and help me get those watch times up a little bit, if you don't mind. Whoa, whoa, who's this lady I've never seen before? Hello, hi, Boneyard. How are you doing? I know we've never met before. Not under these circumstances, at least. Oh, stands for faster than light. I thought it was a thing called Fear the Living. I'm just wrong. And then I thought, yeah, faster than light. Yeah, there you go. Start over for her? I can't. I have a job I have to go to. Someone gets it. I know you jerk. I should get secret access. You can. I'll let you look at it. It's fine. What are your thoughts on Haunted Souls setting up a GoFundMe account to help pay for court costs against a certain Pomeranian? I can answer that in the next 4 minutes, and that will be the last thing I'm answering. Also, because I'm going to cut it out of this. For those of you who missed my start at the beginning, I'm also cutting out the beginning portion of this because it seems that Frankie and Bad to the Bone and probably people from Get Haunted have noticed me because they did the privacy claimed one of my videos, and it unfortunately got taken down. I don't think it was right that it got taken down because the people who were in the timestamp all have more subscribers than I do. So I don't know how I could ruin anyone's privacy if they're already more public than I am. So that being said, I think that legal fees cost a lot of money. I think using the court system to bully people is wrong. I do not see an issue with them trying to fundraise, especially because I don't think this is being done to get money from them. I think it's being done as a means to silence. And here in America, we do have First Amendment right, which allows for freedom of expression. I know this is not technically a First Amendment right problem because it's on a private platform. YouTube is a private platform. However, I think it's a very slippery slope if you start issuing copyright and privacy complaints in order to silence people's opinions about you that might not be the best. I have no issue with them asking for help fundraising. I think this is important. It's an important matter for the community, and therefore it's not bad to ask the community for help. I also don't think you are obligated to give money. You're never obligated to give money to somebody else's fundraiser. It is up to you, and if you can make it a priority, that is what they are asking. I have it currently pinned to the top of this chat. It will be in the description of this video when it comes out. I personally don't want to be more of a target than I have to be, which is unfortunate. You know, it's really fucking sad that all I asked was that they are better and that they are nicer to the people around them, and that I have had my stuff taken down because of it. I think I have been more than pleasant to them. I think I've been more than forgiving because I'm also the one who thinks that they can do better. I think they should do better, and I think they can do better, and they're choosing not to. Because I'm not going to give up on them and say, yeah, that's just them, because then that's lazy, and they can just get away with things. So my feelings is I don't think it's inappropriate for them to ask the community for help because this is a community matter. I think both this and the one with Andrew Stonerock, because there are 2 copyrights right now over logos, not even over content, over logos being displayed. So if we think about it this way, the president has sent that, like, if you put a Target logo in your video, can you get then copyright strike by Target for it? That's not what the copyright system is for. And I think this could be a precedent, at least within this small niche, about these two lawsuits. So, that being said, I do have to run. I hope you all have a great day. This will be privated. It will come back up. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. I'll put it back up. I'll take away my ums. I'll take away our little secret chat we just had. And then I will still have the link for the GoFundMe in the description. As I said, I hope you all have a wonderful day, rest of your day. Bye.